Hey everyone, we're back in Mid-Beach, Miami. But on today's walking tour, I really want to zone in on the Bayshore neighborhood of Mid-Beach in the city of Miami Beach, Florida. Now, it is located in the center portion of the main island that the city occupies. Originally built around the Carl Fisher's Bayshore Golf and Country Club. Now, that course was designed by H.C. Tippett and it opened in 1923. The area is roughly bound by Collins Canal to the south, 41st Street to the north, and Indian Creek to the east. And of course, you have Biscayne Bay to the left. Now, some notable things on the island is Miami Beach Golf Club, which is beautiful. You have the Miami Beach High School, and you also have the Youth Center. So on today's walking tour, we're starting off on 27th Street and Collins Avenue. And I want to show you just how close the neighborhood of Bayshore is to the water. One of the reasons why I like this neighborhood so much is because you're mere steps away from South Beach, down this way where you have all the nightlife, the party life, you can go out with your friends, and it's, you know, a little bit touristy, right? And you have some of the best beaches, mere, stone's throw away from your neighborhood. But at the end of the day, you can walk just over this walking bridge and be back to a private and secluded, predominantly single-family home community. So let's go ahead and check this out. This is a good restaurant across the street. It's called Motec. This is Israeli food. I'll try to zoom in on it. This is very popular around Miami. They have tons of locations. You have a lot of shops, supermarkets here. Also a lot of hotel infrastructure. We're gonna head north. This is 29th Street, where you're gonna have this nice Starbucks that has a really nice outdoor dining facility. It's also a very safe neighborhood as well. Oftentimes when I'm talking to clients that want to purchase single-family homes, it's kind of hard to balance that, mix between you want to be close to the beach, within walking distance, but you also want to be close to nightlife, a lot of the great restaurants in South Beach and the South of 5th neighborhood. But at night, you don't really want a lot of the noise of the tourists of South Beach, and you want a good place to raise your kids. And I don't think I've found a better place that fits that bill than Mid-Beach, but specifically Bayshores. I really like a lot of these buildings here too. Beautiful Spanish style architecture. You have the Edition Hotel just off to our right. These two apartments have been totally remodeled. I remember they were doing the renovation. I was here about, 2.5 months ago. Actually looks like it's for sale, so they probably just did a gut renovation. Looks like all new impact windows on it. This was like a really, really rundown, almost in disrepair, so to speak. They're probably going to sell this off as like a commercial property, cash flowing multifamily. Okay, here we are, 29th Street. Here you have the Starbucks that's inside the AC Hotel Miami Beach. If we were to cross the street and just walk straight here, that'll take you to the water. That is the ocean. I'll try to zoom in a little bit so you can see. So just keep in mind, 2 blocks away from the water. And now we will head over towards Indian Creek Drive. and we'll walk over the pedestrian walking bridge to Bayshore, and you'll see a lot of those single-family homes that we're talking about. This is the new Paygo. You scan the QR code and you could pay for parking on your phone with Apple Pay. It's pretty convenient. But what I've noticed is if you're going to be driving around a Vespa or a scooter, very, very seldom do I ever see anybody checking for the parking payment. Now, obviously, I always pay for parking, but I've never seen anybody come around and check for the Vespas specifically. Another thing to keep in mind, looks like they're totally redoing this building too. But another thing to keep in mind is all the way down Indian Creek Drive, what the city has done is elevated the seawall. So you have all brand new sidewalk, all brand new elevated seawall. And that is really the city's preventative measures from the king tides and all the flooding. So it's really positive and good to see that they're investing into the infrastructure here in the city of Miami Beach. This is now the corner of 29th Street and Indian Creek Drive. This right here is the free trolley. So if you purchase a home on Bayshore, you don't really need a car. You could take the free Miami trolley, or you could take the bus right here. Remember, the bus you have to pay, but the trolley you do not have to. Now, this is all brand new. I would say maybe about 6 months to a year ago. Pristine landscaping. We're now on that elevated seawall. You have new sidewalks that go all the way down. You have a dedicated bike lane, so you have that separation between the vehicles, the pedestrians, and the cyclists. And then across the water here, you have these unreal homes on Bayshore. Let's go over the walking bridge and take a look. It's such a great community. Remember, 2 blocks away, you have the water, the ocean. If you want to have a beach day or something. A few more blocks down there, you have South Beach. And then you have this secluded single-family home neighborhood. A stone's throw away from everything, but you're separated by this walking bridge. All right, here we go. This is now the pedestrian bridge. We're going to be walking and officially crossing over to Bayshore. Really pretty. And from up here you could see, I'll try to zoom in. You could see that brand new seawall elevated. This is the view looking down towards South Beach. This is new too, they just put this in. They just elevated that section of the seawall too. And here we are. Really amazing homes. The landscaping is pristine. Ironically enough, we have some landscapers doing a great job here. This is now Flamingo Drive. Now the median listing price on this island is $1.6 million. And the median home that was sold is about $3.1 million. We'll go down this way to get away from the noise a little bit. These homes are really beautiful. And look at how private they are too. Everybody has a gate. Everyone has these collusia plants that really provide a lot of nice shade and privacy. I also like how these homes are some of the original homes in Miami. Really gives the neighborhood a nice charm. Because oftentimes we've been seeing a lot of those homes get torn down and, you know, people building these modern mega structures. It's kind of nice to have the original vibe in place. Here's an example of one of the more modern structures. We'll go ahead and cross here. Take one quick peek at some of the homes and the landscaping on this side. Really nice. It's definitely a completely different feel from being on Collins Avenue. Look at that. Beautiful landscaping. And it looks like this home is for sale, actually. Look at the beautiful entrance. Such a tropical vibe. You see, this guy's got the right idea. The best way to get around Miami is on a Vespa. Bar none. Easy to get around, always find parking. House looks great. There's one thing I would suggest though, if you're buying a single family home down here in Miami, you notice how a lot of people plant like shrubs and collusia and palm trees right up against the facade of the house. I would advise not doing that. You got to move that away from the house because that can attract bugs, it could attract mold and kind of lock in that humidity. So again, not a huge deal, but in my personal opinion, get those plants away from the facade, kind of bring them a little bit closer to the street. Beautiful driveway. I actually did this exact driveway at my house. Concrete slab driveway with either the artificial turf strips or the real grass strips. Obviously, if you do real grass, it's going to be higher maintenance, but you could totally do that in Florida. Looks really nice. What do you guys think? Let me know. Do you like the concrete slab driveways with the artificial turf? Or would you rather have a different design? I think it really makes the facades of the homes pop more. Wow, look at that crispy white facade. Really nice. This is what I would also recommend. The best privacy hedge anywhere in Miami is right here. Now this plant is called Calusia. I'll say it again. The Calusia plant is by far the best plant to have. Don't invest money. Don't invest thousands of dollars, sometimes 20 grand, to put up a fence. Don't do that. Plant Calusia all the way around the perimeter of your home, and every single year it's going to look better and better and better. It's kind of the opposite of having a fence, right? A fence, it looks good for maybe 1 or 2 years, and then it gets ratty and nasty as the years progress. It's the opposite. It's the inverse with Calusia. They grow more so in the summer with the humidity. They really get full. They really full out, and they, you know, if you don't trim them, they'll grow to 35 feet tall, and you'll have absolute privacy around your house. So remember that. If you're looking for a single family home, take down the fence and install Calusia. Plant the Calusia plant. This is a beautiful home. Nice Spanish style architecture. I like the bright white facade. You're probably going to need to do some power washing, maybe, I don't know, once every 5 years. But it looks great. Look at how unique this is. Very modern design. This has become very popular here in Miami. You have all this wood trim. You even have some natural grass growing on the side. This is really nice. And I love how they did the concrete patio and the walkway without real grass, because the grass is going to breed a lot of weeds and things like that. So if you have all concrete with those marble chips, looks fantastic. That's another thing I'd recommend. If you have a lawn, maybe swap out the lawn with some marble chips. You could lay some weed mat down and then fill it in with those white marble chips. It looks great, especially in Miami. That's really nice too. This guy or girl's Porsche looks great amongst the backdrop of the home. And there it is, everybody. So that's a more mature Calusia plant. You can barely even see the house from the street, and they've trimmed it. If you don't trim that, that'll just keep growing and growing and growing. Looks really nice. Beautiful. Check out across the street. You can tell the neighborhood's becoming increasingly more popular. And this is what I was talking about in another video. You see this home right here, I'll zoom up on it. Those are the original Miami homes from probably the 70s or 80s. A lot of them are being bought out. People are just buying them for the land value, tearing them down to build these massive new monstrosities. And I think that's what the vast majority of the neighborhood is going to turn into at some point. You can see almost every single house on the block is doing some sort of construction, you know, restoration, landscaping. We'll go around these guys. Wow, look at that. That is one stunning structure there. Awesome. Looks great. This looks like a little mini efficiency house here. Oftentimes people have that in Miami. They want to maybe convert it into a one bedroom or a studio efficiency. You could rent it out for supplemental income, or you could have your guests or your staff, right? Many people in Miami, particularly living in a house like that, you may have staff, you may have a live-in nanny, you may have cleaners. You could use that efficiency home as a way to retain that staff on the property. Okay, this is now Pine Tree Drive and 33rd Street. For the sake of this video, we are going to make a slight right, and I'll take you around the block, and you'll be able to see where we came over to Bayshore. Wow, more really nice properties. Let me zoom in on this one for you all. Looks great. And notice how clean everything is. No garbage, no filth anywhere. Everything is meticulously manicured, well kept, safe. This is a great neighborhood to raise a family in. This guy looks like he's getting a brand new roof. I love those big royal palms. I mean, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. We'll use this house as an example. Now, the fence is nice, right? Kind of with the metal striping and the stone. But, I don't know, I think it would look a little bit better if they just planted collusia around. That's just my opinion, but looks a little bit more natural. Kind of brings out a nice Miami vibe, like this one right here. So this huge hedge in the distance right there, that's all collusia. And it really makes the facade of the home pop. It acts as great wind mitigation. It's just a great plant. And I also think it looks a little bit more luxurious. If you've ever been to the Hamptons in New York, we have something called the Hampton hedges. Very reminiscent to that. Very, very reminiscent. Wow, it's stunning. And in the distance, you could see all those condo high-rises on Collins Avenue. That's one of the main points I was making before. You have the peace and quiet of living in a single-family cul-de-sac. You know, no tourists walking around, no people speeding. But if you want to just take the walking bridge over, you have a beach day. You know, hop on the trolley, you're in South Beach. You know, go to South of 5th. You know, hang out at South Point Park. And then 15 minutes, boom, you're home. In a beautiful single-family neighborhood. You can't beat it. So, oh wow, look at this. I love all the vines that grow along the side. That's beautiful. Now, these homes that you're looking at across the street, these are waterfront properties. So these are obviously going to trade at a little bit of a premium. But again, like I've mentioned before, as so many people have been moving down here to Miami, they've been purchasing these older homes essentially for land value. And they've been knocking them down and building these huge monstrosities like you see here. Here's another example. We're coming up on it right now. This used to be a home. Somebody purchased it, tore the entire thing down, essentially meaning they bought it for land value, and now they're going to build their dream home right on the water. There's another neighborhood, in which case we'll do another walking tour. It's called Normandy Shores, or Normandy Isles, and I have a feeling that that island is really going to transform as well. This is what the neighborhood used to look like, these homes right here. You're going to have less and less and less over the course of the years as you get a complete revamp. This is 2995 Flamingo Drive. Love the landscaping on this house. Check out those flowers. Really pretty. Oh my gosh, I think this may be my favorite house on the block. Look at the color of those really bright pink flowers here. That adds an unbelievable contrast to the backdrop of that white fence and the black outer trim for the doors on the gates. They even have their cars matching the aesthetic. That Mercedes GL, I think that's what is a 550, and then that Rolls Royce. Wow, wow, wow. That is stunning. Here you have a more modern entryway. This is a very cool gate. Almost can't even see the house from the street with all the landscaping. Here's another house with those beautiful flowers. And this one has about 300 feet of waterfront. Kind of like how you have this entire row of hedges here. It also makes the neighborhood feel a little bit more cool, temperature-wise. If you just have concrete everywhere, it's going to feel like you're in Midtown Manhattan, roasting. Okay, and now we're back to where we started. So let's go over the walking bridge and we'll end the walking tour at the ocean, just so you can see exactly how far away it would take for you to take a walk to the water on the ocean. Remember, this is all brand new. Man, that house is my favorite on the block. It's a gorgeous property. Okay, we've now officially merged back on 29th Street. We're gonna pass the two hotels. Oh, look at this little lizard guy. Let me zoom in on him. Definitely have a lot of these geckos in Miami. Once again, this is the AC Hotel. Has a nice Starbucks right here on the corner. I actually may go here after I finish filming the video, get an iced tea or something, because it is hot. It's about 83 degrees today, guys. And across the street you have the Addition. once we go right around the sort of the valet area, I suppose, you'll get to the main boardwalk. And it definitely is a perfect beach day today. Look at that. Really nice Ferrari. Not a huge car guy, but they definitely look cool. So let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on Mid-Beach Miami, specifically Bayshore? Having all of the luxury of being equidistant between South Beach, the northern part of Mid-Beach, all the shops, you know, Lincoln Road, luxury hotels, great dining, beautiful beach as you're gonna see right here, and then literally being a 5-minute walk away from exclusivity and privacy of single family. You're not gonna find that anywhere. I've been all around Miami. That is a winner. So let me know your thoughts. Wow, look at that water, my God. And then here, you have the main boardwalk that'll take you all the way down to the South of 5th neighborhood as well. Looks like a lot of people are out enjoying it today. And boom, here we are, right on the water. If you enjoyed the walking tour, feel free to subscribe for more Miami walking videos. And if you're thinking about moving to Miami with your family, you need some help, give me a call, send me an email with the link in the description. I'd be more than happy to help you and your family relocate right here in Miami Beach. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the water.